I don't even know. I feel like my life is a lot different, if that makes sense.
My life in my mind has completely changed.
I don't want to be dramatic. I feel like I have to say this is life-changing, I think.
I really noticed massive benefits.
Instead of just sitting there rotting in my room.
I cannot believe we're actually doing this week without our phones. I mean, we can call, text, or Google things if we need to, but we're not gonna be scrolling social media. Or the main thing I do all the time is I listen to podcasts or like a video that you just need to listen to, not watch. I put that on all the time. I'm almost like never alone with my thoughts, which is really scary. My prediction is it's gonna be really hard. I'm gonna be like, why can't I listen to something right now? We can listen to music. We can listen to music, but I hope this isn't a super painful week. Maybe something really good will happen.
Today is day one of the no phone challenge, and I'm actually really excited about it. I did something similar to this back in April, and it was really beneficial. Definitely a little bit nervous because I really rely on podcasts and YouTube videos just when I'm like, honestly, when I am struggling with my mental health, just to like kind of have like a break or just kind of distract myself a little bit. So that's what I'm the most nervous about. I'm excited to see how it goes.
Day one of no phone, no social media, whatever. It's only like 10 a.m. right now, but I will already say the first thing I've noticed is that I like got up a lot earlier, because usually I'll like wake up kind of early and then I'm like, oh, it's early, let me go back to sleep, and I'll like watch TikTok or watch a show or something to fall back asleep. But I was just like, I might as well just get up. So I actually got up at like 7:30 and like lived my morning, which was good. So it's good so far. I'm feeling good about it, but I am more concerned about the nighttime, because my nighttime routine is like watch something until I fall asleep. So I have to figure out something else to do.
Hello, it is me, and I just finished out day one. Basically, I haven't gone to bed yet, but I've already did no like phone scrolling internet challenge. And I was really nervous because I love TV, I love movies, I love podcasts, I love listening, watching all these different things, scrolling, I love it all. And I couldn't do any of that today. But I was incredibly busy today, so I didn't miss it that much. Also, it was weird, like I caught myself like at the gas station having to look at the sky. So I'm getting gas, and it just occurred to me that I can't go on my phone, usually like watch TikToks or I get gas. And I'm just sitting here staring at the world, at the sky, just like, hey. Or like when I was cooking, I couldn't listen or watch anything, so I just talked on the phone, and that was actually really fun. But it's just very, very strange. It's a weird life, but I feel like my brain is calming down a lot actually.
Okay, it's the end of day one. I don't really feel like this challenge really like affected me today, because I literally spent time like talking to friends pretty much the entire time that I wasn't like working or taking care of the twins. Like I pretty much just spent the time that I would have spent on social media or like listening to podcasts, like actually talking to people. And I gotta say, it was pretty refreshing. Like I feel more connected and more human, which I feel like is sometimes lacking in like when I spend so much time like on my phone, because social media and podcasts, it's like an artificial, like not real connection, you know? It was interesting today just having like a lot of real connection. So I would say day one was a success.
It's 8 p.m. of day one. This is really hard. I'm reading a book and listening to music because I'm like, I don't know what else to do. But I think that I'll get used to it. But right now I'm just like glitch. And I'm just like, all right, can I just go to sleep? It's 8 p.m. I think I can go to sleep.
So day two, and I think I'm already having like some huge realizations. A big one I had today was I realized something about exercise. I stopped exercising, listening to music for the most part like a while ago, and I didn't realize that. I've just been listening to podcasts like every time I'm on walks and doing my workouts and everything. I was forced to listen to music today, and it was just so different. I don't know. We'll see what I say by the end of the week, but it was so different, and I worked out so much harder. I had so much more energy. I felt so much better. I just thought about so many things today. Anyway, day 2, it went amazing. I'm excited to see what happens the rest of the week.
Okay, I'm at the end of day 2 of the no phone challenge. It was interesting today noticing how many times I kept just like reaching for social media to like fill, whether I was just kind of in like a lull or just kind of filling the void with social media. I also noticed that I was texting people back more today, which is so bad. I'm really slow at texting people back usually. When I get overwhelmed, I just like kind of tune out. But I noticed that I was actually responding to people today because I wasn't distracting myself with social media, so that was really interesting. I think this has been successful so far, and it's definitely a good reminder to like connect with people and not distract myself as much.
Okay, day 2. I was busy almost all day, so I didn't quite feel the effects as much. But I did notice this morning, I feel like I'm getting comfortable with silence again. Like I made breakfast and I was just thinking instead of listening to someone talking. I'm noticing a lot of emotions coming up that I'm like, don't want to feel that, don't want to think about that, but I kind of like have to. But then when I think about it and deal with it, then it's over. So I'm gonna keep trying that and see if I feel more emotionally clear by the end of this week, which I think that I will.
Hello, so today is day 3. I feel like my brain is moving like slower in a good way. Like it's a lot less chaotic. It's like breathing. I feel like I live in the real world. I don't even know. I feel like my life is a lot different, if that makes sense. Like, because I'm not constantly scrolling and checking and scrolling and checking and scrolling and checking. And it's been really insane. Like, I feel like my life is more my own again. I've been going through some interesting emotional things the last day. So that's really hard to do when you're not using the internet or movies or TV or anything to distract yourself. So that's really hard. I'm on a walk to try to ease the pain. That's my update of the day.
Okay, day 3, and I feel like I've just been listening to music so much. Cause I mean, it is a little boring just sitting there like doing my hair, getting ready for like an hour. I was like, I need to put music on. And I caught myself thinking this today, life is so much more fun when you listen to music during stuff instead of podcasts. I mean, kind of duh, but I think I forgot how fun that was. And it reminded me of being a teenager again. I used to listen to music all the time. Huge realization.
Okay, so confession, I accidentally made a mistake in the phone challenge. I went on Instagram, not on purpose. It wasn't me purposely cheating the challenge. It was like this very weird automatic thing that I didn't mean to do and then realized I was doing it. I just gotten out of the shower, I went in my room to pick out clothes, and I was like thinking about like a post I made on Instagram like a few days before, and I was like, oh, did I tag something? I was trying to check something. That was my whole point of going on Instagram, and mindlessly I opened Instagram and immediately went to Reels and watched like 2 or 3 Reels, and suddenly I stopped myself and I was like, I'm not supposed to be doing this. Oh my gosh. And it was such a eye-opening moment for me because I was like, this is crazy how automatic phones are and how we just use them so frequently without even thinking about it. Right now is another moment where I would normally be using my phone because Max went to get takeout, so I have like 30 minutes home alone. But I realized like I use my phone a lot when I am alone and I just don't want to feel alone for a little bit. Maybe it's good to just be alone sometimes and not like run from it. Like just be okay with being alone.
Okay, we are at the end of day 3. I'm putting my clothes away. Today, I'm just thinking like, social media is bad. Like, and I know everyone knows that, but like actually thinking about that, I'm like, I shouldn't be on it in general. I think this shouldn't just be a week thing. I think this should be like a life thing, that I'm just not on there scrolling all the time. I think it actually makes me more depressed. I actually felt like gratitude and joy today for no reason. I was just like, wow, life is actually beautiful. You know, there's a lot of pain in life, but there's a lot of beauty in it too.
Hey guys, checking in on day 4, I think. I was just watching a Hallmark movie with my friend and she just left, so now I have to turn it off, guys. So this is me proving to you guys how committed I am to this challenge. I'm not gonna cheat. Click. It's just like no one's home. I can't be alone with my feelings right now. Just like I have a tricky emotional stitch going on this week, which is a great week for this to be happening. So bye-bye Hallmark, hello thoughts.
Okay, so day 4, and I've had like a really huge like realization. I knew I was like repressing my feelings a lot and not really processing emotions before, but it is like painfully obvious to me now how bad that has gotten. I had a really emotional situation this week, and the way that I dealt with it with no phone or social media or whatever, it was so different than what I normally do. And it's kind of scary because it's like, this has become the way I live my life. My instinct is like, okay, I just want to sit down and like watch a video or like a podcast or whatever and zone out and ignore the stress or whatever. But I couldn't do that. So I ended up journaling, calling people, talking to them, connecting with people, texting throughout the whole day. Yesterday and today, I was thinking about my emotions and my thoughts and processing everything. I realize, because I'm doing it, that I don't normally do. And it is shocking how much you process when you have time to process. So that is huge.
Day 4, and this is so weird. I'm starting to get like flashbacks to my childhood all the time because that is the last time I can remember like sitting there and being like, what's something fun to do with my free time? I used to like skateboard and rollerblade and like just listen to music and play the piano and do all this fun stuff instead of just sitting there rotting in my room scrolling on my phone like I'm a zombie. Life is so much better when you live in the real world. Crazy.
Hey guys, so I'm eating breakfast today on my birthday. I'm 28, but I cannot tell a lie. I gave myself the gift of a birthday scroll through YouTube because I was a little bored. I was gonna go for a walk, but my calves are really sore, so I didn't. And I watched some YouTube videos this morning, and it was nice because it felt more intentional. I'm like, okay, I'm choosing a few videos. I'm gonna watch for like 20 minutes, just relax, take a load off. But yeah, it's my birthday. And I'm 28. Ooh, yeah. Hey guys, so here we are. What day is it? Day 5? We have a giant storm rolling through. I'm still not checking the internet except for about the storm because I think that's fair. It's been very strange. I feel like my brain is operating in a totally different way now. This week has been so wild. You can stay tuned for Lauren's giving me a flash right now because there's no front flash on the cameras, but this is how dedicated we are to this challenge. We're dedication nation. Okay, bye.
So I sat down to record, and then I was like, oh, I want to go on this person's story and see what they're doing and they're doing and they're doing. And I realized I had this like whole list of people in my mind who I want to see, like all the things that are going on in their life, that like keeping up with the projects they're working on, all the things I know because I watch their stories every day. And I was just like, I don't have the time for that right now. When normally I'd be like, oh, I gotta look at all these things. It's making me realize how much time I'm spending checking up on people's day-to-day that has nothing to do with me. And most of it doesn't add any value to my life at all whatsoever. And I'm just sitting there wasting my time.
Okay, it's day 6. I forgot to film yesterday because I was too busy living in the moment. I feel like a different person. Like my life and my mind has completely changed. I feel more confident. I have less social anxiety. I feel more connected to people. I feel more connected to myself. I have way more energy. I'm sleeping better. Like my whole life is 10 times better. I didn't realize how much like social media and like always being like plugged in, like always being distracted, I didn't realize how much that was like taking from me. I feel like I'm like reconnecting with myself in a way that I haven't done since I was like young. I'm feeling all of these like artistic inspirations coming out of me of like, ooh, I want to do this artistic thing. I want to do this artistic thing. Ooh, I want to play the piano. Ooh, I want to do this like DIY project. Ooh, I want to like paint this wall. I want to redo my house. Like all of these things that I love to do and am actually like excited about. I'm so much happier than I was before this. It's just like crazy. Like I just would not have expected this at all.
Hello! So I just got out of the shower. I had a really fun full day. This is actually my last day of the challenge, or no entertainment, phone scrolling, whatever challenge. And it's been life-changing. Like, I've connected with people so much more, connected with myself. I've had so much fun just like being a person in the real world, and like read books. I didn't do as many hobbies as I thought I would. Like, I genuinely just spent so much time with other people, and it was so nice. So yeah, I'm gonna finish my book, I'm going to bed, and I'm going back to scrolling in the morning, but not. I'm giving myself very strict screen time rules moving forward, like 15 minutes a day, and that's all. Because I think that it's really like changed me as a person to like take a break. It's been amazing. Like, it's been really good. So I highly recommend this challenge. Like, you should definitely do it. If you watch this video, do this challenge. Take a week off of everything and see how incredible you feel.
Hello guys, I'm almost to the end of the no phone challenge, and I just wanted to share my most recent kind of reflection, which is that I've noticed not going on social media, not listening to podcasts, not watching YouTube videos. I'm starting to replace them with things that I used to spend a lot more time on, which would be listening to music, reading, and prayer even, which is really cool. I used to love listening to music all the time, finding new bands, finding new songs. That was just like one of my biggest passions for a long time in my teens and 20s. And I feel like I just started listening to podcasts so much that I've almost lost like that music hunter in me. I made a nostalgia playlist of all the songs I used to listen to when I was a teenager, so I don't think I would have ever done that if I hadn't made the space by like getting rid of some other things. So interesting thought. I don't remember which day, but my update is, I don't want to be dramatic, but I feel like I have to say this is life-changing, I think. Like, I really think that this has changed my life moving forward. Changed the course of my life and the course of, like how I'm gonna live my days. I think I'm realizing that my phone is ruining my life. Not that I'm never gonna go on the internet again or anything like that, just that it needs limits. I mean, I knew that before, but now I'm like, oh my gosh, I know it now.
Okay, so I finished the no phone challenge last night, and I wanted to share my thoughts. My first thought was, I was honestly really sad that it was over, but I really noticed massive benefits. I felt like the biggest thing I noticed was that I was spending more time doing the things I actually want to be doing, like listening to music, reading, prayer, even creativity. I found myself writing more. Those are things I feel like I struggle with a lot of guilt, of feeling like I don't do the things that I want to be doing, and I feel like I waste a lot of time. It just sort of made me think a lot about like input versus output, of like me taking in like people's pictures and videos and like podcasts versus like creating my own, and how I want to be sharing my own like creative voice and my writing and different things on social media, and I don't do it nearly enough. And I think a lot of it is just because I'm spending way too much time taking it in rather than like creating it. I don't really know how to go about like what boundaries I should be setting with social media, but I definitely feel like I need some good boundaries, because I noticed a massive positive change in my life, even just in a week. I'm really curious what that would be like in like a year, you know? Really glad I was part of this challenge. Very interesting, and it made me think a lot. So thanks for coming along with us on this journey, guys.
To not feel hopeless in life regarding romantic relationships.
It's gonna change, and you gotta embrace where you are.